Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrump's optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
Welcome back to News 46. If you are what you eat, you could be having an identity crisis. Foods we eat every day are packed with things that aren't supposed to be there. It's called food fraud, and it's a growing problem. In Europe, products sold as beef contained 100% horse meat. In Asia, rat meat was being labeled as lamb, and fraud is running rampant in the U.S. seafood industry as well. In fact, the top 5 foods are something many of us eat regularly. As Marty Salt reports, these faux foods may be putting us all in danger.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
Fish, honey, milk, orange juice, and olive oil. What do they all have in common? They top the list when it comes to food fraud.
It's a buyer beware.
Cheap imitations are filling up grocery store shelves.
One of the ways that happens is by substituting one ingredient for another.
Experts say that high-cost ingredients are especially susceptible to fraud. Researcher Mark Stokely says that more expensive products are being replaced with cheaper imposter ingredients.
It's hard for consumers.
The top fraudster foods, olive oil. Even the extra virgin kind is the most adulterated food, usually cut by hazelnut oil, which could pose a dangerous threat to unsuspecting nut allergy sufferers. And milk may not do the body good. Studies even found detergent, sugar, salt, and skim milk powder in it. None of it listed on the label. Tea bags are sometimes being filled with lawn grass. More expensive white tuna is switched for cheaper escolar, which can cause food poisoning. Your favorite juice is mostly apple, even if it's labeled blueberry or cranberry. Honey is also one of the most common faux foods, some diluted with sugar syrup, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, and according to Food Safety News, some honey being shipped from China is laced with antibiotics and heavy metals. Marianne Petrino doesn't take any chances. She sells her own honey at the farmer's market.
This is the honey I eat, so this is all I'm used to.
But if you can't make your own, how do you protect yourself and your family? First, buy a whole lemon instead of lemon juice. Buy loose leaf tea instead of tea bags. Purchase whole spices. Don't buy the newest food trend. Most importantly, buy from reputable sources you can trust. Marianne says it's not surprising that more people are choosing to buy locally grown foods from people they know.
It's exciting. People are very concerned about what they're eating and what they're feeding their kids.
With ways to keep phony foods out of your fridge. I'm Marty Salt reporting.
The United States Grocery Manufacturers Association says counterfeit foods cost the industry $15 billion a year. Stokely says there needs to be a push for more testing and regulations on foods coming from overseas. For more information, you go on the web to Food Fraud.
And folks, here's Angela Miles with today's First Business Brief.
This is the First Business Brief for Thursday, November 7th. I'm Angela Miles. The U.S. government is coming out with a new way for investors to potentially make money in the bond market. Next year, the government will sell Treasury securities with a variable interest rate. Starting January 29th, auctions around $10 billion will happen once a month. The securities will have a 2-year maturity, and because it's variable, the rates will swing up and down. A federal bankruptcy judge has approved a plan to return $1.6 billion to MF Global customers. The firm went bankrupt in 2011 after improperly transferring customer money to its banks and clearing houses. And investors in retail stocks are doing some major buying and selling. Investors bought into Ralph Lauren on word of strong sales of its luxury items. Abercrombie & Fitch sold off on concerns it's losing its cool factor with teens. That's a First Business Brief. I'm Angela Miles.
And now here's Deanna O'Donnell with your news across Nevada.
Las Vegas area home prices have rebounded from their one-month dip. The Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors reports that the median price for a single-family home was $185,000 in October, up 2.8% from September. October's median price was 32.1% higher than it was a year ago. Prices may drop again soon heading into the holidays, but statistics show the area's housing market is stabilizing after volatile times in the past 2 years. The report says the inventory of homes is growing. Nearly 7,100 single-family homes were listed by the end of October and didn't have any sort of pending offer on them. That's up 11.7% from September. Rural neighbors of an abandoned World War II era mine that has leaked toxic chemicals into northern Nevada for decades have won up to $19.5 million in a settlement from companies they accused of covering up the contamination. Atlantic Richfield Company and its parent company, BP America Incorporated, acknowledged no wrongdoing under the agreement, which also calls for them to pay $2.6 million in attorney fees to the legal team that represented about 700 past and present neighbors of the old Anaconda mine built in 1941 on the edge of Urington, about 65 miles southeast of Reno. Residents said in a class action suit filed in 2011 that the companies had intentionally and negligently concealed the extent of uranium, arsenic, and other pollutants leaking into their drinking water wells from the mine, covering about 6 square miles, an area equal to 3,000 football fields. The companies agreed to pay $7 million in property damage and $900,000 to a medical monitoring fund. The final damages will depend on the cost of extending city water supplies to about 200 residents, estimated between $6.5 million and $12.5 million. The U.S. Department of Energy and the state of Nevada announced the dates for 2 public meetings in Nevada on critical departmental efforts in the state. The public meetings will offer an opportunity for an open dialogue with the public on the consolidated Edison uranium solidification project shipments and disposal plans. The 2 public meetings will take place in Las Vegas on November 13th and in Pahrump on November 14th. The Las Vegas public meeting will be held at Cashman Center, located at 850 South Las Vegas Boulevard, from 5 until 9 p.m. on the 13th. The Pahrump meeting will be held at Nevada Treasure RV Resort, located at 301 West Leslie Street, that's North Highway 160, from 5 until 9 p.m. on the 14th. The Consolidated Edison Uranium Solidification Project refers to 403 canisters of low-level waste containing U-233 that was generated as part of a research program at the Nuclear Fuel Services Plant in West Valley, New York in 1968. The resulting U-233 was then transferred to Oak Ridge National Laboratory for storage and potential future use. The material is planned for direct disposal at the Nevada National Security Site. For more information, you can call 702-295-3521. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your news across Nevada.
And folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to have a look at weather in your 7-day forecast with Noah Began.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today we have partly cloudy skies with a high of 70 degrees and an average temperature of 71 degrees. Winds are coming from the south-southeast at 3 miles per hour with gusts up to 6 miles per hour. The UV index today is 4, which is moderate. Humidity is at 14%. Sunrise is at 6:13 a.m. and the record high in 2007 was 84 degrees. Tonight we have partly cloudy skies with a low of 39 degrees and an average temperature of 50 degrees. Winds will be coming from the north at 3 miles per hour with gusts up to 5 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 27%. Sunset will be at 4:42 p.m. and the record low in 1938 was 23 degrees. Tomorrow we have sunny skies with a high of 75 degrees and a low of 40 degrees. Winds will be coming from the south at 4 miles per hour with gusts up to 7 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 15%. Sunrise will be at 6:14 a.m. and the UV index will be 4, which is moderate. For our 7-day forecast, we have some clouds on Sunday through Tuesday and then again on Thursday. Your high temperatures will be ranging from the high 60s to the mid 70s, and your low temperatures will be ranging from the mid 30s to the low 40s.
Thank you so much, Noah. Spring Mountain Chiropractic is honoring veterans on Monday, November 11th, with a free 15-minute hydro massage for all vets. They are located at 2008 East Calvada Boulevard. For more information, you can give them a call, 537-6110.
And the VFW is holding their Veterans Day service at their location at 4651 Homestead Road at 11 a.m. on November 11th. For more information, call 727-6072.
And KPVM TV needs your support. We need a short paragraph, only 2 or 3 sentences, explaining how important the news is and information we deliver daily is to you. Whether you watch TV, watch it on YouTube, or see our post on Facebook, we have provided free TV and local news with a public service and announcements for 16 years. And we are committed to continuing that tradition. You can support us by sending an email to ryan@kpvm.tv. With that, we'll reach our goal. There you go.
All right, folks. Well, I think that's going to do for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And from everyone up here in the Hill of KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Perump.